So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
What say we gather some information?
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. There's adventures I can't face what it is.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that wind go to waste. Are we ignoring the enemy today?
What's more, we've not counted a thief among our number for some time.
We've no need of a thief if we're content. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
Avoid flame at any cost, Elizabeth. You have been doused in oil.
The recipient awaits, Master.
Good. Let us make for the capital. The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vernon. So it has always been. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with. I still kill not one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue?
We ought to take a closer look.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the...
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. Good. Let us make for the capital.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
I'm still waiting on that report.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steel.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just know it.
I should only hope I served to satisfaction.
Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
We've got goblins!
You need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
That was a fight for the whole. Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
A flawless execution.
Indeed. 'Twas enough to make one pity our foe.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
What's this? We're trapped! Why? A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops. Pray. Be on your guard. Our encampment saints, and we'll overwhelm our foe with our divine magics.
Master, I just had a thought. Why don't we make use of this pond somehow?
It's not how, it's when. I imagine to be moving ocean.
I shan't allow any to harm the arisen to go free. This brute has quite the temper.
Might be able to use their range to our advantage.
Do not falter. We'll take every ounce of our strength, but we can prevail.
True enough.
What's that sound? Fall back! You have my gratitude, sir. Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis
I've got a good feeling about this one.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the...
We're setting out. Jump on if you...
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins approach!
Most impressive, Master.
Would seem I've some catching up to do.
We will resound with success. Fret not. I'll make the pain go away. Hold. Just a moment.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No? Very well. It is your decision.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, and in Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place. Word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
This isn't much to go on.
'Tis a Ada, shall we see? See where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use. Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
This really is fun, craftsmanship.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn.
We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
How extraordinary.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Welcome. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
The rules at your service. All right, listen here for.
There's ought to be said.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. It is not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Welcome.
There's not I love more.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace. But the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, There is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering...
We have been charged with the felling of monsters. There is surely no...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deeza's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her. For our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, what say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
That's rather put me out.
There wasn't, patient man.
Have courage. I'm right here beside you.
What I can do for you?
So this is it.
Want some in a real battle? Lead it, amateurs. No respect for their talk.